Hello and welcome to the Dad Domesticus vlog. Today I'm talking about my part 2, my follow-up review on the Creative Outdoors Silver Edition wagon. Should you get this wagon? Stick around, let's find out. Hey everybody, Dad Domesticus here of the future. So I was doing this video, got done with it and realized I had not added in all the footage that I did of the wagon in use at the Grand Canyon. Now, I had taken other videos of us using it, but those were all lost to the video footage god. That's at the end of this video. If you want to skip ahead and see that, that's cool, but the rest of my review will happen now. Bye. All right, thank you everybody, and welcome to the Dad Domesticus vlog. This is like take 17, 19. Thank you so much for joining. So this is a follow-up to my part 1, see it floating around here somewhere, where I actually give a much more detailed breakdown of the wagon and why we bought it. So I'm not going to get to that too much here, and if you want a more visual representation of the wagon, I literally give a full 360-degree tour of that wagon. So also, this video is not sponsored by Creative Outdoors, just to let you know. They're not giving me a free wagon. I'm not getting any type of discount. I simply wanted to just give a follow-up to the review that I did already. So, see link somewhere. All right, so why we bought this wagon? We wanted a wagon that could fold up, that seemed a little more rugged, and this kind of fit the bill. We just got back from a trip from California. We were out for about a week. We visited my sister's place on the beach. We visited my mom and dad's place in Lakewood, Long Beach, California, and then went to the Grand Canyon, then headed on back. And we were really hoping that we could have a wagon that would really work well in all those types of situations, because we wanted my parents and my sister and whomever to take my girls on a walk and to be able to have them come in and out, kind of like I do with it right now. Oh, follow me on Instagram. I do my little video chats actually while pulling the girls in this wagon, if you want to see how I use it in my daily life. So that's where we ended up using it, and it really held up well. Now, I will say, I want to get to this. Here's what I did like about the wagon. Really big positives. One, it is built really well. I really enjoyed how well it held up. When packing it and it folded down so tight, putting it in the back of the wagon, back of the minivan. Now, just to let you know, I'm going to be talking about this wagon like a minivan in the next couple bits. So just give you a heads up. So folded it up, put it in the back of the minivan, and it really held out well. I could throw bags on top of it, fit it into small, tight corners, and it really held up. I didn't feel like I was doing anything that was going to break it, even being squished between all the stuff that we brought. So we have that. I still really loved how it handled. Now, I know that sounds weird for me to talk about a wagon that way. A wagon that way, but really it turns really well. The wheels, being rubber, are really quiet on any surface. Really, we have a stroller that has plastic wheels, and those get really noisy as soon as you get to any type of sand or anything like that. With the rubber wheels, it really stayed quiet. I know it's a small thing, but it really bugs me hearing the wheels turn under all that sand. I don't know. It's probably just me. But it's really quiet. The rubber wheels really do help give you a good grip on the road and on the pavement, road, wherever you may be. And you really do feel like you can take it just about anywhere. And there's some exceptions to that. Like when we were at the beach, we didn't take it through the sand. It's just not built for that. There are wagons that are built for that. This is just not that one. So just to let you know, by the beach, great. On the sand, no. We really liked how well it, and I know this sounds dumb, but how well it held the girls. They've got seat belts on the inside of this wagon. The shade really did help. Here in Texas, generally, if it's a little over 100 or hovering around 100 in the morning, I don't take the girls out because they just wilt. I've got these two little girls. They are precious and amazing and adorable, but as soon as they get to heat, they're flowers. They just wilt. So having that cover on it is really helpful, and it held out. That cover really held out actually on the road, because it's just got this pocket in the wagon body itself where slides into. So that really helps out, just kind of keep everything organized. It just does a really good job at what it does. Like, it's one of those things, like, you've got one job, be a good wagon. It does a really good job of being a good wagon. It's built well, handles well, everything's grips well. The canopy does great. It's just good at what it does. Now, things that annoy me about this wagon. One, the handle that you use to what's it called? To push, the push handle is just a hair too short for me. I'm about 5'9", 5'9.5" on a good day, and I almost feel like I have to bend over to push the wagon. So if you're much taller than me, that might be an issue. My wife is 5'9". When she wears shoes, she's a little over me. And so that is one thing that she doesn't really care for. We have it on like the highest setting it can go. So the handlebar to push does not extend out. It only flips up. And that's about it. There is a locking mechanism at the bottom of that of the wheels by the handlebar, and if you're not careful, you can hit that locking mechanism. Granted, you need that locking mechanism so that when you put it wherever you're at, it doesn't go anywhere, but it does get in the way. You can kick it, and I don't purposely go out and push this wagon with sandals out because I know I'm just gonna like break a toenail or something. The wheels up front by where you quote pull it, so there's not really a front or back, but where you pull it, they spin independently, which is really nice because it helps you, maneuver well. But when you're folding it up together, if those wheels are not in the right way, then they kind of fold up catty-wonky, and they're just hard to, they just make things harder when you try to roll the wagon around out once it's all folded up. So those are things I don't really care for. My overall impressions, would I recommend this wagon to anybody? Absolutely. I think even with those things that really annoy me, it's still a great wagon. It does exactly what it should. Haul things, haul kids, have that little canopy up. All the grips have nice little rubber on them. It's just overall a really great thing, a really great wagon. Now, here's the deal. It's about $329 plus tax. So it's not cheap, at least not cheap to us. This was not a buy that we were like, oh, $320. Ha 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 ha. No, it was a bit for us to buy this wagon. And the reason why we bought this wagon was because we saw all these little parts. The rubber wheels were on some wagons, but not all wagons, This had the best combination of parts of the rubber wheels, the canopy, the folding up so well, and the overall look and construction, whereas other things had parts of that. So some of them had like rubber wheels but didn't have the canopy. And I'm not talking about the Creative Solutions or Creative Outdoors brand. They have some that do and don't, but I'm just talking overall when I was searching on the internet. So I found a lot that had like the canopy but not rubber wheels. We found a lot that had no canopies, but we're like, no, we really need that. And then we saw some that were just kind of metal grates, and we're like, I'm fine putting the kid in a metal grate, but that's really heavy. So I'd wanted something that was lighter, and this one actually has seatbelts. So the combination of options that you get with this wagon is kind of what makes it in the sweet spot. Now, they do have a titanium edition. I did not get the titanium edition because I didn't see much of a difference between the titanium and the silver. And the titanium was like $499, and I ain't paying $499 for a wagon. So that's why we went with the silver edition. They do have a standard edition, but it looked like it was missing a couple of those options again. So I highly, highly recommend this wagon. If you're thinking about getting one and you've got the money to spend on it, I would say this is a great one. Creative Outdoors also has some other wagon options that are cheaper. So you might want to look at that. I really love the construction and the build quality of this wagon. So, all right. So that is my review. Let me know, are you in the market for a wagon? Is this video helpful? Is there something that I missed because you have this wagon and you're like, oh, you should probably do this to it, or there's this great little trick with this that you're missing? Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate you sticking around all the way to the end. Here's the deal. I've got so many other videos about my life as a stay-at-home dad, and we'll have videos here. There's a playlist about me packing up for this trip. We've got a video on the trip itself and taking road trip, what it was like to take a road trip during a pandemic. We have the whining about videos where my wife and I talk and kind of quote whine, WINEING, about different subjects. We just did one about what it's like to travel with kids. So I've got so many videos that I'm so excited to share with you. If you like this Dad Damascus channel, if you've gotten anything out of it, would you please just give me a like and subscribe? If there's someone that you know, stay-at-home dad, or somebody that would find something good, would get something out of these videos, would you mind sharing this with them? Hit the like and subscribe to know when a new video, and the bell to know when a new video is coming out. Thank you so much for joining me for this. I really, really appreciate you. Follow me on the Instagrams, the Twitters, the everything at Dad Damascus. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Out. So, family's over there walking. Wife has kid 1 and kid 2. Why? Because kid, little one in her arms, decided that this thing that we bought literally for this point in time during the trip was the worst thing in the world. And I'm not gonna lie, I may be a little hangry, a little decaffeinated right now, because I got these two sitting here. We got that one who just needs to watch the world burn right now. She is like, I do not care for anything you guys like right now. Maddie, thank you. So, this whole cart that's been working so well since now, nah, why'd I even get it? I don't even know anymore. All right, that's all. You